Shalom, shalom. Once again, this brother Bomber Lock coming at you with a quick lesson. Well, I don't know if it's going to be quick, but coming to you with a lesson. So before I get started, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say shalom. As you can see, I Googled, and I Googled, this phrase often used here in America, Babylon the Great, and across the globe. It said, what is the meaning of the phrase, the wrong side of history? And that's the name of this lesson, being on the wrong side of history, which 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're about to take part in. They're going to be on the wrong side of history. And I'm going to just bring out two occasions, man. And the first occasion, it was a pivotal time, in American history. Two pivotal times in American history where these two gentlemen, they understood that if they didn't act or move now, that their legacy, and one of them legacy is always going to be marred by, being on the wrong side of history. And we're going to talk about Branch Rickey, he was the owner of the Dodgers, and he signed Jackie Robinson into the Major League Baseball. He knew that if he didn't sign Jackie Robinson, if he didn't integrate baseball, that he would have been on the wrong side of history for not. But now he know that his legacy would live on and forever, because his legacy is tied in with Jackie Robinson. So he wasn't on the wrong side of history in regards to the sports world. And the second, and most importantly, is Abraham Lincoln. He knew that his legacy was going to be marred if he didn't start he started the Civil War, the free of you Negro, Latinos, and Native American, more particularly the tribe of Judah, out of slavery. And his legacy was marred by that. Why? Because Esau Edom said they put his face backwards on the penny. But he also knew that he was going to be on the wrong side of history if he did, or if he didn't, free the slaves. That's the term of being on the wrong side of history. And let's read it. It said the phrase, the wrong side of history, is often, let me enlarge. Let's enlarge, because I can barely see. The phrase, the wrong side of history, is often used to suggest that a person, group, or action will ultimately be judged negatively by future generations. And future generations of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, by being on the wrong side of history. And what is the wrong side of history? Where the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai sent the prophets, to give you warning from him. And y'all reject that. So y'all ultimately going to be on the wrong side of history. Because why? Y'all reject the truth that's coming forth out of the gospel. Let's continue reading. It implies that certain choices or behaviors are not in line with the moral or ethical progress of society and will be looked upon unfavorably in retrospect. The phrase is often used to discuss about social, political, or moral issues, to emphasize the importance of making choices that align with progress and justice. And moral choices is that what Esau, he's already on the wrong side of history. And it started with y'all past president, and it started with it always started with Esau Edom, but your Negro, Latinos, Native American, but particularly Obama signed same-sex marriage. That's not in line with moral actions, man. That's not morally, acceptable by the words of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's an unmoral behavior, man. So you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna be y'all gonna be on the wrong side of history, because y'all joining this political thing. When we're talking about, you got to get out of the political realm. You got to get out of the political realm, man, because it's not gonna do you any good. See, your legacy should be tied with I want to be a part of the hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3. That's gonna be the first fruits of the kingdom. So the hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3, our history is going to be forever tied with a Mashiach Yahweh Shai if we endure to the end. And that's a beautiful thing to know, that we're going to be on the right side of the history. Let's go. Let's get the scriptures, man. My first one is going to be the book of St. John, chapter 17. And we're going to verse 14. Just a couple precepts, and then we're going to close it out. The book of St. John 17 and verse 14. It said, I have given them the word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So the Lord, this is in the red letter, St. John 17 and verse 14, man. And the Hamashiach Yahweh Shah said the world hated them. And who is that? The hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3, man. Because contrary to the 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native American, we're aligning ourselves to be what? On the right side of history, man. And that's a beautiful thing. In the eyes of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Why? Because he called us, out of darkness into his wonderful and marvelous light, man. So what? We're aligning ourselves to be on the right side of history. All we got to do is endure. All we got to do is endure the scoffers, man. We got to endure them. Matter of fact, let's go get that. Let's go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. It say, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. And that's what the scoffers are doing, man. They getting ready to start coming out big time once again. They're gonna start in your family members. They're gonna tell you that you work serving a false god. That's gonna be the first thing they gonna vent. You and your false religion, your false, they think it's religion when you're reading out of the Bible. They think because we don't call on the name of JC, because we understand that the letter J didn't come about until the 1500s. And we know that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah wasn't being called no damn Jesus Christ, no 2,000 years ago. But Jake them see it written in the Holy Scriptures, so they gonna hold that, to the standard. Even when you show them, even when they go and say they go Google when did the letter J come about, they'll see it and read it, and then they'll just scoff about it. Because they continuously want to be on the wrong side of history, man. Because morally, they don't have a leg to stand on. And they're going to hate the men, and they're going to hate the women that are calling on the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah in these last days. The scoffers going to come out, and man, they're going to vent at you, and they're going to act out as you like a child. When you at camps, they're going to come up to you venting. They're going to be acting like little children. Why? Because they're going to be what? They're aligning themselves to be on the wrong side of history once again. They're not going to be a Branch Rickey. They're not going to be a Abraham Lincoln. Let's read that again. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. And they're going to walk after their own lust. Because we read it all the time. 2 Timothy said, time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but walk, say, heed to themselves, teachers having itchy ears, because what? They don't want to hear, the biblical truths of the Holy Bible. They just want to hear those smooth things. They want to beat them Isaiah 30 and 10. They don't want to hear the truth of the gospel. So they're going to forever be associated with being on the wrong side of history. Even when they come into the kingdom, they're going to realize like, damn, I had to be born back in the kingdom. I couldn't receive the so-called rapture. They think that Hamashiach Yahweh Shah is going to come and just rapture everybody just because you call on JC. Because they're going to be forever associated with being on the wrong side of history for a time period. Let's go to the book of St. Matthew, man. I don't want this to be long, but it might end up being a little longer. St. Matthew, chapter 13. And we'll start at St. Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 13. And this is Hamashiach Yahweh Shah speaking. It's in the red letter. It says, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see, because they seeing, see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. See, 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the thing with them is when they read the Holy Scriptures, this is what they want to hear. They want to hear, when we say Babylon, they want to hear America, the great whore that sits on many waters. They want to hear that terminology. They want to hear, instead of for Esau, for Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated, they want to hear for the Negro I love and the white man I hated. That's what they want to hear. See, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, let's read verse 13 again. Therefore, this is St. Matthew 13:13. Therefore speak I to them in parables. See, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he always spoke in parables. See, but Jake, you know, because they've been so dumbed down here in America, Babylon the Great. See, they need to hear it read out verbally. They need to hear it verbatim. See, I hate America, or I hate the white man and I love the black man. That's how they want to hear that. So they're not gonna listen to us when we're on the highways and the byways. They're not gonna listen to us when we do these epistles. Because what? They forever associated with being on the wrong side of history already. They was born on the wrong side of history. We was just born on the wrong side of history for a duration of time. But now that we understand the Holy Scriptures, now that we're bringing out the truth, now the brotherhood is gathering, now we're aligning ourselves to what? To be back on the right side of history, man. Morally, we're not going to worry about politically, because we're going to be the government. Hamashiach Yahushua is a government. It says that in the Scriptures. So we're going to be what? We're going to be on the right side of history, man. Let's continue reading St. Matthew 13 and verse 14. It said, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. And that's what's wrong with the word right now. They hear it, but they can't hear it. They seeing us, but they can't perceive what we're saying. Because what? Their legacy is forever associated with being on the wrong side of history, man. There's nothing we can do about that. But we can rejoice in that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua sent what? The Holy Comforter, the Holy Spirit upon us, man. And that's a beautiful thing. Verse 15. This is St. Matthew 13 and 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. Because 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, number one, when you're a scoffer, your ears going to definitely be dull of hearing. Because you too busy running your damn mouth to be able to listen. You already perceive, you know, in the word. Matter of fact, let's go back to verse 14, because it said perceive in the end. St. Matthew 13 and 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. They see us, but they can't perceive what we're saying. They can't perceive. They couldn't fathom, you know, what we're saying in these last days. Your family members, your associates at work, at job, and we walk circumspectly. So brothers don't just be going out to their jobs, you know, talking about the gospel. That is mainly done by these epistles on the internet and when we go out on the highways and the byways. Because we know that all 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're gonna scoff at this word. They're gonna scoff. You know, and I have to keep saying it because they want to hear, you know, the words like the Chinese man. They want to hear the words like, you know, the Japanese man. When we say Moab and Ammon, they're just going over their head. Because these are the parables of what the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is speaking of. They want to hear America is Babylon the Great. They need to see it in the Scriptures. Babylon is America. They can't associate America as Sodom and Gomorrah, even though they see the only thing that America pushes what? That homosexual lifestyle. They can't see it being Sodom and Egypt. Why? Because verse 14 again, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, by saying, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. They can't perceive, you know, the whoredom of America, Babylon the Great. They cannot perceive it. Because 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, Native American, and Esau, Edom, what? I have to say it often, all the time. They call evil good and good evil. And again, they're going to forever be associated with being on what? The wrong side of history. Branch Rickey and Abraham Lincoln, the Lord Yahweh shall put that spirit on them. Hey, you want your legacy to be tied, you know? And again, Abraham Lincoln's legacy, it was going to be smeared regardless. If when he freed the slaves, and he was going to what? He was going to piss off the Democrats during that time, and then you got the Republicans, man. Then, you know, so he was going to be pissed. You know, his legacy was going to be smeared either way. But Branch Rickey, he was like, man, you know, if I be the first one, you know, to bring the so-called Negro, you know, into Major League Baseball, my legacy is going to live forever. And that's exactly what he did. St. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 15, it said, for this people heart is waxed gross. That's talking about your mind. And their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, because they closed their eyes. You know, and their ears are dull of hearing. Why? Because what we're reading out of the scriptures. It's not like I'm making up this precept right here. I'm reading out of it. But 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native American, and Esau, Edom said, that ain't talking about us. My ears are open because I know Jesus. 2/3 of the Negro, they'll say the same thing. My ears ain't dull of hearing. I hear Jesus. He speaks to me, especially the Negro woman. Least at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, which their mind. You have to understand with your mind, and should be converted, and I shall heal them. And the Lord Yahweh shall say, I heal them if they can hear. But he said that they hearts is what? Is wax gross, man. They heart is wax gross. Let's look up this. Got a what's called grown dull of hearing. They dull of hearing. They got too much wax in their ears. They got too much wine philosophy of Babylon the Great, which have fed them, you know, that wrong way of understanding the Holy Scriptures, man. Because they're gonna always forever be associated with being on the wrong side of history. And our legacy is going to live on forever, because when we're in the kingdom and all the nations, when they see the hopeful 1/3, we always going to be associated with what? Being on the right side of history with a Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. That's a beautiful thing, man, that we're fighting for. That's a beautiful thing that we're fighting for in these last days. So keep the faith, brothers. Let's keep reading, because I'm not finished, man. Verse 16, this is St. Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Woo! Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. And that's one thing about it, boy. You know, go back to the book of Habakkuk, man. It said, matter of fact, let's get it. You know, that's a beautiful thing. And that's exactly what we did. I read this just the other day. I think I was at camp. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2, it said, and the Lord answered me, and matter of fact, got to start at verse 1. It said, and I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower and watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And that's part of that blessed of our eyes, man, and our ears, man. Verse 2, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And man, that's what our eyes, we seen it. We seen the prophets back on the streets, and what we start gravitating towards them. And then what we start hearing what they were saying, and we start reading, and we was like, oh, that's the way. That's the way. So we start running, man, trying to tell people about, you know, the good news. We start trying to tell people about the good news. But what? Because they heart is wax gross. They just looked at us and they start scoffing. They start saying, y'all niggas crazy. What are y'all doing? They think because we use hard language that, you know, oh, you're burning my ears. Because what? Because they're going to forever be associated with being on the wrong side of history. And you ain't, and we're not gonna have any sympathy, when all hell really break loose on the planet Earth, and when Esau Edom really bring the hammer down on y'all. And we know that's gonna be by the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah, when he bring that hammer down, on 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. 1 Peter 4:17, man. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And that's a beautiful thing, man. We heard this word, man, and we start running. We running, why? Because we trying to what? We trying to get to be on the right side of history. Let's go back to St. Matthew, verse 16. It said, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. And again, man, our eyes, once we seen the prophets and we heard the right way, we said, hey, man, but we run into it. We got the vision. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah gave us the vision. He said, and run when you read it, fit, man. And what's the table? The table is the Holy Scriptures. Start running to it. Regardless of the scoffers, man. Why? Because they're on the wrong side of history. They don't matter. They don't matter. So they can scoff. They can call you weak. They can call you all they want to call you. It don't matter. Because what? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah said, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verse 17, it say, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. The prophets are old, man. They and we know the prophets are back, but 2,000 years ago, they was designed to see this time that we're living in right now. What? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah said what? It's roughly paraphrasing, he said, there's no greater joy than for a man to live to see the children and what? The fall of his enemies. And we're seeing the fall of our enemies, man. The 2/3 of the fall of our enemies. And we know that Esau, Edom, and the other heathen nations, what? They are our enemies. Matter of fact, let me just get that. Let's go to the book, the Apocrypha. Let's get that. Let's get it. Let's go. If I can pull it up, I know. Fall. I can't remember where it's at. Oh, I ain't got the pocket phone on this. Let's see. I got the pocket phone on this thing, right? I'll put it in the comment. I'll put it down, and on what you call it, that precept. I'll find it. But nevertheless, man, let's get back to St. Matthew. I'll put it down because I can't find it. I can't bring it up on my phone, the wording of it. But I'll find it. Make sure I put it in there, remarks. So let's go back to St. Matthew, because I want to close this out. We was at the 13th chapter, right? We was at the 17th verse. It said again, St. Matthew chapter 13 verse 17, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. We had many righteous men, man, 2,000 years ago. All the apostles, man, they want to see this time, but our eyes are seeing it. Our eyes are seeing the fall of our enemies, man, and the fall of 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because what? They're going to call you all counter names. They're going to call you all counter names, man. Weak. They're going to call you all these names, and they don't understand that that's just a prophecy being fulfilled when they call you weak. When they come, matter of fact, I read this a couple weeks ago. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 10. And this is exactly what they'll call it. They're going to call it, they say you look like fools out on the corners. They say you look like fools making these videos. You had Gabar Dama did a video about Jake. What? He said we were fools. We were, we stupid. Cause he said he brung out good old John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, for whosoever shall call on his name shall be saved. Roughly paraphrasing that, cause that's all you got to do. That's what the Christian church teach you. Hey man, all you got to do is know his name. Yo, now you can go out there and you smoke you a blunt. You know the name of Jesus. Yeah, you can do anything you want to do now. Just keep doing it. Want to eat some abominable food? Hey, you want to be tied to the alphabet community? Hey, all you got to do is know Jesus' name. You good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because you're going to be called a child of God. That's what they all going to, because they continue to align themselves on the wrong side of history. And then they're going to call you a fool when you reading out of the scriptures. They'll say y'all are fools. Here you go, you have a man with blonde hair, and with a soft, feminine spirit. He telling us that we fools and stupid. That we wrong. You'll have people come up to you, y'all dumb, y'all look dumb, y'all fools, weak niggas out here on the highway. We don't believe in no Bible. But let's get it. 1 Corinthians 4:10, it says, for we are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh and Jesus. I'm going to use that right now because that's what they'll say. We wise because we know Jesus. But y'all stupid, for Hamashiach Yahweh's sake. That's how they'll flip it. But I'm going to read it the right way. For we are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise for Yahweh. We are weak, but ye are strong. They'll call you weak. But we strong because we know JC. And ye are honorable, but we are despised. We honorable. We know the name. We go to church. God loves all of us. See, but they're going to tell us that what? They're going to tell us that we despised. We despise y'all being on the highways and the byways. We despise y'all reading out of the Bible and corrupting the Bible, making the Bible fit what y'all wanted to say. How the fuck can we make the Bible fit what we wanted to say? The Bible say what it says. I can't make not one precept, in the Holy Scriptures fit what I wanted to say. It say what it says. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See, they want to hear the white man is the end of the world and the black man is the beginning of it that followeth. That's how they want to hear it. But the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he spake to them in parables 2,000 years ago. But these mysteries have been revealed, to the hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3. Because the Lord said, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. 2/3 you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and those don't the other heathen nations and Esau, Edom, y'all eyes are not blessed and your ears are not blessed. Because y'all are forever associated with being on the wrong side of history. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. Y'all can scoff at us. Y'all can call us names. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. But your leg, cause Esau always, that's why they have these Hall of Fames and these awards that they give them. So their legacy gonna be forever. Y'all legacy is gonna be forever being smeared with being destroyed in thermonuclear destruction. Y'all legacy is forever gonna be smeared by that. And you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Let's go to St. Matthew 25, man. I'm going to close it out. St. Matthew 25, man. Let's go to St. Matthew 25. We're going Let's read. Let's go down. Let's read. This is in the red letter. St. Matthew chapter 25. And this is our legacy, and this is 2/3 of your Negro, Latinos, and Native American legacy, as well. And the Esau, Edom, and the other heathen nations, man. Book of St. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 31. It said, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, see, Mashiach Yahushua is going to come in his glory, riding upon clouds, right? And all the holy angels with him. Go read, what is that? Psalms, 86? I ain't read that in a while. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let's go to Psalms 86 real quick. We'll come back to St. Matthew. Let's go to Psalms, I'm thinking 86. No, not Psalms 86. Damn, I ain't read this in a while. Matter of fact, we'll write it down. I should have known. I ain't read it in a while. Psalm 68, man. Psalm 68. It said, Psalm 68 and verse 17 said, the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Most High is among them, as in Sinai, the holy places. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, what? He's gonna come with his angels, man. His thousands upon thousands upon, millions upon millions of angels, man. That's gonna come riding upon a cloud, man. Psalms 86, Mr. 68 and 17. Let's go back to St. Matthew. So the Lord coming with his angels. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all better get it together. Let's go back to St. Matthew 31. It said, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Then he gonna sit upon the throne of his glory. That's why our legacy is going to forever. The hopeful elect and hopeful 1/3, our legacy is going to forever be tied with Mashiach Yahushua. Let's read. Let's continue. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to divide the sheep and the goats. He going to divide the sheep and the goats. See, I can't make this read no other way. He gonna divide the sheep and the goats. Is he literally coming here just to pick up some sheep and divide some sheep animals, and the goats? He's referring to people. Because the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he is not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He referred to us as sheep, man. Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. He gonna set the sheep on the right side, because you always got to be walking in the right spirit. You always got to be walking in the right way. And he gonna set that goats on the left, Esau, Edom, and then 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, because y'all legacy is gonna be forever tied to what? This prophecy right here. Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Hey, let's read that again. That's beautiful. St. Matthew 25 and 34. And then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Those that are going to be what? Tying their legacy to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because our legacy is not going to be on the wrong side of history. We are preparing ourselves to be on the right side of history. Verse 35, St. Matthew 25 and 35. For I was an hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. And what he's talking about, how did we take him in? We took him in this holy scriptures. And that means that we're going to go out here and find a stranger and house them in the house. That's not what it's meaning. It's talking about these scriptures, man. It's talking about this word. That's what it's talking about, this word. And it's talking about, it said, For I was an hungered, and what? We fed, you know, the hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3 when we was hungry. We fed them with these scriptures, man. The Lord said you can't live, man shall not live on bread alone. You gotta, man, you gotta get into this word. That's what we living on. That's what we living on. And when I was thirsty, what? You gave me drink. What? The hopeful elect and the brothers that came into the truth, we were thirsty. We was looking for something. We were thirsty for something. We was thirsty for this word, man. We was hungered for this word. And we took it in. Verse 36. Naked and ye clothed me. Woo, because we was naked, man. We was walking around as a 2/3 nigga, man. The brothers, before we came in this truth, we were just like the 2/3 niggas out here. Trying to celebrate black culture. Celebrating everything, these wicked holidays. And the day is the most wicked of the holidays. Where niggas gonna be going out, putting on their best attire, and they gonna be going down there telling their kids to go find an egg that a bunny rabbit don't lay. An egg that a chicken lay, or a hen, a chicken, and they telling their kids to go find the egg that a bunny don't lay, you know, or Easter bunny don't lay. Because they didn't get what? Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. They didn't get that. Verse 36, naked and ye clothed me. I was sick and ye visited me. I was in prison and you came unto me. Naked because we was out without this truth, man. We was sick, man. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said that, roughly paraphrasing what he said, I didn't come just those that need not a physician. Let me see how he said it. Matter of fact, let's just get it, man. Let's get it. Matter of fact, I ain't got to try to paraphrase nothing. Let's see. The book of Luke chapter 5 and verse 31. And Yahushua answering said unto them, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. We were sick, man. We needed a physician, man. See, 2/3, they whole. They'll tell you once saved, always saved. So they don't need this word. I don't need you reading no Bible to me. That's what they'll tell you. They don't need this word. That ain't what it said, no way. You making it say what you want it to say. Jacob come out, man, I don't want to hear no niggas on the street corner reading out no Bible. That Bible was written by a white man. And then they'll be the first one talk mad when you say that he can't be saved. Why he can't be saved? Well, first you don't believe in the Bible, written by a white man, and then they'll come back and contradict everything they just said. Why he can't be saved? Because Jake's stupid like that. See, Jake's stupid like that. St. Luke 5 and 31, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, they that are whole need not a physician. And we know that no one is more whole than the so-called Christians in the world. They the most holest people in the earth. They don't need the physician. See, we need this physician every day. We wake up, we need this physician. We go to sleep, we need this physician. People get mad at you because you always listening to brothers' lessons. Not a second or a minute or hour out of the day that we don't need this physician. We need this physician constantly, especially in the time that we're about to come upon. When all hell gonna break loose on the planet Earth. We need this physician at all times. When your sons, and you're gonna see your sons and daughters gonna be slaughtered out in the middle of the street. We need that physician. When World War III hit, we need that physician. When Jacob's trouble hit. When this devil come in and telling y'all gonna have to take this mark in order for y'all to live in society, to be an active member of society. The book of Revelation, the MOT to the B. We need this physician, man, to get us through these times. Let's get back and close it out, man. I ain't want this to be that long. St. Matthew chapter 25. And verse 37. Book of St. Matthew 25 and 30. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Verse 39. Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it to one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So when we are feed the brothers that come in, these new members, they come into the truth, man, we feeding them. So if we done it to them, we doing this to Mashiach Yahweh Shah, man. That's a beautiful time. Verse 41. This is St. Matthew 25 and 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Woo! 2/3 of y'all legacy is going to be forever associated with being what? Destroyed in this thermonuclear destruction, because y'all going to be on the left hand side with Esau Edom. Verse 42. For I was hungered, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. Verse 43. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and you visited me not. Because you be in prison of your mind, man. See, we got to visit, 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans who the Lord, who some amongst the elect, they in prison right now. So this word, when it go out, man, we freeing them from that bondage. We freeing them from what? That stronghold. That's a prison, man. Not knowing, walking around every day, seeing, not being able to see the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures being fulfilled. That's a stronghold that you're in. Verse 44. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hungered, or at thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Verse 45. Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. And I might have missed something there. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he prepared the kingdom for us, man. So we forever associated with getting eternal life. And that's a beautiful time, man. We're not associating, we're not aligning ourselves with being on the wrong side of history. So I know this has been pretty long, man, but I pray that it was edifying. Keep the faith, brothers, and the few sisters that are listening and learning. You're aligning yourselves, on the right side of history. And the right side of history is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And it's a beautiful time to be alive, and it's a beautiful time to be able to recognize it. Because blessed are your ears, for they hear, and your eyes, for they perceive these things. Shalom.